Okay, folks, welcome back to Resident Evil 2 Remake. We're in Nest, we're exploding things, we're having a good old time. So, let's continue onward and,
So, antiviral agents in the West area.
yep. In any case, let's just hop back into it and go get this antivirus for Sherry because she's got pink eye. Boop. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop-doop. Look at me go! Yay! Boop-a-doop, boop-a-boo. We're going to gather all the stuff we can. More gunpowder. Could have sworn something popped up there, but if not, that's fine. Can't turn on the TV. That seems like a flaw. Look at what he has. Ooh.
God,
Ooh.
that's terrible.
Yes, it is. Probably deserved it.
Senior staff clearance
Yep.
required for
No.
computer access.
Well, why wouldn't it need to be for a computer in a unguarded area? Just to make sure. I'm not about those things. They're like the goddamn regenerators from Resident Evil 5. And I hated those things.
Dispensing solution now.
Now you can go get these off of little trophies you find and other little stuff. Hell, you can find them on the locks. But why would I do that? Let's see. Da, da. Da, da. Okay, that's unlocked. And then the second one is da 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 da. Okay. And that's all the rooms you can unlock there. Okay. There's my Twitch screen. Just making sure. Alright. I was curious why they didn't use plants to attack me. I mean, obviously they're using the plant zombies. But, I mean, in of themselves, that's not a big deal. Particularly if you have flame rounds or the flamethrower. Which, first run through, and it's been a few for me, you're definitely gonna have by now. So, I don't know, it just seemed weird to me. Like, you've got other plant-based enemies in the games. The plant zombies are obviously a replacement for the ivy enemies from the original game. So you could have, I don't know, it's a missed opportunity, feels like. Alright, now we come back to put that in after. Which means we're going down here. Shoopa-doopa-doopa-doo-boop. No, down. Thank you. And that's definitely one we needed. Just so I have some more room until I can drop this crap off. Yep. And this just looks like... that looks like just a whole bunch of shit. Like... a liquor was just... yeah. It's blood shit. You can't go into any of these rooms down here until I start the power back up. Hey guys, guess what? Chicken butt. What was it supposed to be a secret? Was it? Was I supposed to be surprised? Was I supposed to think that at no point you planned to jump up at me? Because if so, yeah. Wasn't subtle the first time I played, not subtle now. Goddamn. I fucking hate liquors. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate that shit right there. Ah. Ooh. That's... I hate jump scares. I mean, I hate them in using... oh my god, this is... you're going to die now way, because... yeah, they're going to die. Come on. Yep. Bye. No plant people pooping out at me. Well, you didn't need that hand. It's fine. Dun, dun, dun. And there's your little tip for dealing with the vegetable people. And by vegetable people, I mean... oh. Everyone. Let's go ahead and go back and use this thing we just found to turn the power back on everywhere. Get more things. Happy things. Things that don't involve me being chased by goddamn Mr. X. Okay. Yep, that's everything. So. Technically, I would have to go back that way anyway. Doesn't save that much time. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do the stuff here first. I'd like to know how bugs got underground, though. That just seems weird to me. Bugs that got underground in an otherwise clean lab? Unless... no, they could have been using them... because you can track time of death with things like fly larvae or various other neat things you can do with insects, but we're doing a MRF. There we go. Yeah, that's all that is to these puzzles. No real trick there. Sure, there's nothing I can pick up here. I'm only like one letter or journal page or something away from...
Tab 5. New messages.
That's a fair point. There's not... compared to 3, this has far more puzzles. 3 is much more action-oriented. This, it's just kinda... take your time, find the puzzle pieces, figure out stuff. 3, it's... I have explosives. Which, you know, has its own benefits. Oh yeah, no, I have to do the thing with the thing and then bring that back down here and cool it and then ta-da-da. Yeah. Nope, I'm an idiot. I'm not that much of an idiot. I was a little spiteful. A knife I don't need. Yep, nope, got that. And that. And that room's done. Okay. I know I shouldn't be going for 100% item completion, but at the same time, can't help myself. I need to go back up and grab the sample from up here. What the fuck was that sound? Okay. Alright.
Manual mode. Engage. Adjust schematic solution to match cartridge capacity.
This is a weird puzzle, by the way. Red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green. Ta-da! Not a big deal there. I gotta cool this sucker downstairs. One of these days I'm gonna look up the very specific walkthrough, how you get through the game under so many steps. Because like all Resident Evil games, it's meant to be replayed, yeah? So, I don't know, 3 is a little bit more replayable, simply because you get new stuff, you can get items early through the way it's set up. And I think that's good. I think that's interesting. It makes speedruns possible, makes a whole lot possible. Makes it an interesting game.
Cooling sequence in progress.
Huh. And also think of it compared to the original Resident Evil 2 or hell, Resident Evil. The puzzles in this are kind of weak. I mean, the only one with any real thought process you have to give to it is the plugs and, well, this. Everything else is, oh, here's the code, oh, here's this, oh, here's that. It doesn't take long with any of them, to be honest. Like, even playing legitimately for the first time, they weren't. They were not hard. They weren't difficult to grasp or get through. Yeah. And I'm curious whether that's because I've been taught how to play Resident Evil games over time because of playing them, or if it's actual difficulty in the game itself. I'm kind of curious about that. If anyone found them difficult, I'm not giving you shit, obviously. Like I said, I was kind of taught, wow, that was loud, how to play Resident Evil games. Because I've played them, Jesus, so many times. So maybe that's it. I want to think that's it. I mean, that makes sense to me. Oh. Yep, nope, get away from me. Thank you, sir. Want my knife back, please? Thank you. Da. Check out this. So, basically, if the guy was still alive, I would have just gotten him into deep shit. I'm okay with that. Evil scientist. Deserves it. I can't help my OCD sometimes. I see collectibles, I want to collect them. It's like a side quest in an RPG. At least the first time I play an RPG. Especially if they're very time intensive. It's very hard to want to do the same side quest over and over. And I guess that's really the difference between shorter games and longer ones is the shorter ones you can replay over and over. You know, come back to it later and enjoy. Or it can be like Pokemon where you lose your goddamn mind. Yes. MUF. Motherfucker. Okay, easy. Boop. And that'll get me the last hip pouch. I don't know how you survived that first rocket, but it's gonna be difficult to survive the second. Yeah, no, that worked real well for you, because something ate your goddamn face here. Slide on in there. Well, it is in the main room now. So I guess you could see all the horrific bloodstains if you wanted. I know. I love RPGs. I really do. I love a good story. I love a good self-contained world, but there's only so many times you can play through a game that is 120 hours long. Or 90. Or you get the idea. Not unless there is something in the way of a new game plus. Like RPGs that do that, those are fantastic. The Tales games, holy crap. They give you a reason to want to grind out stuff in the first playthrough and take that time, because the second playthroughs you get a chance to spend score you get during the course of the game. He's already dead. I don't know why I did that. But those games give you something for grinding out, spending that first playthrough, getting everything, doing every detail, doing every little thing, and then being able to come back and play it again and spend more time with it, but not have to extend the same amount of time. I love RPGs that do that. There we go. Now let's watch another tape. Yay! Kinda wondering where they got the footage from, but... or why they had it. Oh no, this one I can understand at least. The other tape, not so much, but this one at least. You know what, never mind, I take that back. I thought that was a camera they were recording it from.
This is my life's work. I'm not handing over anything.
We have our orders, Dr. Birkin. I'll ask you one more time. Hold your fire! What the fuck were you thinking? Our orders were to bring him in alive.
Oh, that didn't work, did it?
We're in, sir. We had a snafu. Target resisted, and we had to take him out.
Yeah, he's getting glared at.
That's correct.
That's right. Hang your head.
Roger that. Just the sample then. Let's move.
Like, he looks dead. And, I don't know, for the G virus to work proper, you would need to inject it before you got murdered? Or were dying? Which was the case in the original game, but I guess he'd already done it. Whatever the fuck reason. B-E. Yeah, because that works. When you're ready to go off the rails, a polite summons is never going to work. But they know that, and yet... let's go on through. There's another... Yep, got that. Yep, blow dry me. You would think that little spritz there would have gotten some of the shit off of her, but... that's, I want to say a brain. That's an arm. That's a beholder. That's a beholder. So, at least we know where those come from now. Toss everything. And this perfect little fish tank with no fish in it. Da, 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 da. Breeding rate observations. Yeah, no, I would too. Huh. Wonder if either of them is, the guy, whoever he is, because I'm not using the manhwa as an example, that became Nemesis. Also, this was a change I didn't fully understand.
That.
Yes, I get there would be a reason to
Got it.
keep the serum tier locked up,
Thank God.
but at the same time,
Agent.
that pendant was a major factor, especially in Claire's second run. That was literally the reason Mr. X was chasing you, because the pendant had a sample of the G virus in it. It's William Willy Willy,
William!
Big Willy style.
This ends now.
Like, I assume that has to be an acid, right? She just shot him with a flare gun full of fucking acid bullet. Or it's a grenade pistol. Either or. Either way, she's kind of given up a little too easy.
She is my creation!
William, buddy, you don't look so good. And that wouldn't work right now anyway.
William! I should have killed him while I had the chance. I don't know why, I just... He was your husband. Honestly, we were more married to our work than each other. What about Sherry? How could you just leave her all alone while Raccoon City burned to hell? I couldn't let my daughter grow up in a world with a G virus in it. But that's
Annette trying to redeem herself or her reasonings, and it just seems immodest to me.
I got this.
Wasted effort. Because she was still a shitty mom.
Sorry. No. I got this.
Yeah, I've got the rocket launcher, you dumbass.
You don't know what you're up against. I have a pretty damn good idea. Whatever you do, don't stop until it's finished. Trust me. This ends now.
You say that. Yep. No, you take those rocket dicks. The eyeball thing is just squicky. It's not a full-on trigger, it's just gross.
Has been neutralized. Ending quarantine.
Yeah, I know. That could have been a more epic fight. And maybe, well, you know, Leon's run it will be, but... we'll find out.
Service lift is now operational.
Grabbing some stuff. I mean, they go through the effort to make sure you have enough supplies for a fight. And I gotta give it credit for that. In hardcore mode, you're always fighting for ammo, and you should be. But they don't go out of their way to screw you over. I'll put it like that. At least not in either game, really.
Gotta get back to Sherry.
Okay. Time to... And I'm actually going to get the achievement this time for no healing items. So, I'm happy with that. Oh, and that's dead. That's definitely dead.
I can't make it. My mom needs help.
Your mom's fucked, kid.
Annette?
Sherry.
How are you?
See, I don't mind this shit in horror movies because I don't expect anything from horror movies. They want to try and do the redemption thing. That's on them.
Mommy?
By and large, a lot of horror movies aren't great anyways, and you don't watch them for a great story, which...
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I guess by having that mindset of, oh, well, it doesn't matter, means since there's no expectation for better, we're not going to get better.
Did you hear that?
But at the same time, it's a genre built on blood and gore. And there's only... Good horror movies tend to mix with thriller a lot. It's very hard to have a good horror movie that's horror
Take my daughter.
if the thriller component is more prevalent, I guess, would be the way to put it. A good pure horror movie I would call would probably be the
We can't just leave her.
2018 Halloween reboot.
You're right, we can't.
Save for the one story thread with the... And I'm sure I'm not spoiling it for anyone at this point,
What does that mean?
but the whole side story with the doctor
Self-destruct code.
being some sort of
In case
psychopath
virus is-
worshipping Myers to the extent he kills people? It came out of nowhere. It wasn't good. It was a weird Deus Ex moment.
Sherry? Sherry, just
Otherwise, I would call it a good horror movie because when the violence happens, it's sudden,
please, Sherry.
it's terrible.
Listen. She loved you, okay?
It's
You really
it
take it going.
it like the jump scares and the gotcha moments a little bit. The gotcha moments more than the jump scares. There's surprisingly few jump scares, and those don't make for a good horror movie either. But all in all, I would call that a good horror movie. It's not the best and of all time, God knows,
More about that later. We gotta hurry
but
now. Come on.
it is a pure horror movie. I know I'm talking about horror movies while playing a survival horror game. Probably offbeat? I don't know.
Jerry, can we walk faster?
Move your pink eye, have an ass.
Have to go.
Horror games are pretty much the same way, I feel. Like, you can't have the expectation that a horror game
Hell out of here.
is going to be the end-all, be-all, best story, best everything. But given it's an interactive thing and you're paying as much as you do for it, I want a little more bang for my buck than I expect from a movie. Oh, that's a wall. Okay. I was trying to blow up the reactor and kill us all. Do reactors actually look like that? I have never seen anything remotely.
Thank you for being so nice to me. For helping me.
Well, I'm your new mom.
I'm glad I met you.
I'm really glad I met you too, Sherry. But save your thanks until I get you out of this place.
You know what? We got about 20 more minutes. Let's push it and see how long we can... far along we can get. Because it shouldn't be too far from the end. Especially... especially in terms of... the final fight, everything else. So yeah, I've got 20 minutes here. Let's try and push it.
10 minutes until detonation.
Ah, shit, I missed stuff. Oh well. I'm not going to waste, you know, time going back to get it now. That would be silly.
Of course. Stupid thing's locked.
Hold on.
Sherry, what are you...
I think I can open it from the other side.
Well, didn't get that one.
Damn it.
What are you worrying about, Claire? You've got a rocket launcher.
9 minutes until detonation.
Oh no, what? It's not even moving, or it wasn't enough to get proper beat on, so...
Sherry, you hanging in there?
yeah, she's A-okay.
I think we're almost out of here. Worth a
Yeah, no,
try.
that's a given.
8 minutes until detonation.
Yep. How she's not just... her running with it on her back now makes sense as to why she's so slow, but... fucking... I'm never going to understand why their idea of running is a light jog. It's just... it's so silly.
Okay. I promise I won't move.
Good.
Be careful.
Always.
But yeah, I want to get through the crescendo of Claire's side of the story right here. So this episode may be a little longer than normal. Maybe, maybe not. We're about to find out.
Something. Alright, it's working.
Claire!
Leon? You're down here too?
Yeah. The whole place is coming down. Look, you need to get out. Fast.
No, I found a way out.
Yeah, good luck
Thank
getting
you.
here on
I think
time.
we can all make it. Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Leon?
You know, this problem could be solved if they had, you
Don't
know,
worry about me.
given each other radios. some form of communication, had interacted more than once in the PlayStation like they were meant to in the original goddamn game. That part bothers the hell out of me. It's never not going to. Because it makes the second run and the first run of either character essentially the same as the first run. Stuff that couldn't or shouldn't happen because it's already happened to one character.
Why can't you just
Rockets and the tits do you need? Anyway, I was saying it makes each character's game essentially the same, and it's true. Because the second run, it doesn't matter which character you're playing, you still fight Birkin in the same place, same time, with the same pipe. And then that's impossible? He destroys the same section of the walkway,
It's okay.
falls down into the abyss the same exact way. And that's what I meant when the game uses lazy writing a lot, and it shouldn't. It's bad. It makes it bad in a way it shouldn't be, because I expect more from it for what I paid for it. That's why I was getting at with the whole, yeah, full circle, isn't it? It's a thing they could have done better. Still a fun game. Mechanically, visually, it's great. I love that it was the start of Capcom trying to reinvest in the series instead of pushing forward with what they had. But I can still dislike parts of it that make no sense.
So what's the first thing you want to do when we get out of here?
Get adopted by you?
You want to see where you live?
Yeah.
Good. Take a shower.
I smell like shit because I have been in a sewer.
Claire!
Leon! It's so good to see you.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because we still got a second run through to do. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. Yeah. And I got the achievement I wanted. Works for me. So folks, that is Resident Evil 2 Remake, and that is the first run through Claire's side of the story. I'm going to pick back up in a bit here for those watching on Twitch. I would like to make myself breakfast for dinner, yes. Because, yes, I'm going to do that. In any case, those watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We're going to be doing Leon's game, and we're going to be doing his second run through. Because I've never done that with him, I think. Pretty sure. Anyway, I'm looking forward to finishing through this and then starting another game. Figure out what when we get there. So I will see you all next video. Take care, folks.